What's up, guys? Welcome to another live session. Today is November 8th, 2019, and we're back at again on the charts for our weekly profit recap and next week market insight. So today's session, if you're new, is just going to be us going over the trades we took this week, the analysis behind them, how they played out, both our wins and losses, and then we're going to go over some trades for next week. So let's get straight to it. And the first pair we're going to be looking at and the first trade we took was a EURUSD short. This was analyzed on Monday and it was entered live as well. And we can see the overall playout of this trade. Very little drawdown and went straight to our take profit by the end of Tuesday. So this was a quick 90 pips from entry, and this analysis was explained on our live. It was a very simple. It was a short from the 4-hour time frame. We saw Euro stall at this previous high where it could not go any higher, and we were waiting for signs of rejection. If we zoom in, those signs are these these are shooting stars that we had. And so once we had a confirmation bearish candle, we went short and a quick 90 pips. And if you look, we have another short idea and we entered short twice. So let me explain the second entry real quick. The second entry for this trade was very simple. After our first short, we kind of stalled down here, and we created some support at 1.10 700 area. And so what I was expecting was we do a minor retrace, which we did, and once we do break that level, we're headed lower. So we actually entered right here, and our stop loss was just above the previous high, with some space just to give it breathing room. And you can kind of see that we did come pretty close to that stop loss, but it was just another retrace before we spilled out. And if you look at the entry, we're currently up 40 pips and counting. And so this is a trade we will take into next week and hold. And so just from EURUSD alone, we made around 130 pips. And that's already half of our weekly goal of 300 pips per week. So for those that are on the YouTube live, we do have a portal where I get to talk to everyone, and it's free to sign up. If you want to sign up, it's at forexlens.com/forex-trading-room, and you can sign up for a free membership. You can also sign up for this option to get all our sessions. I will be giving a coupon code at the end of the session to get 25% off, so make sure you stay. But yeah, so right now we have a chat going, and I'll chat with some of the guys. I hope everyone is well. Let's see what's up in the chat. And so we have some people here. What's up, Jared? What's up, Derlin? So yeah, this chat is a nice feature for you to ask me questions. So moving on from Euro, we had another trade on pound dollar, which was a short, and very clean trade and very similar off the 4-hour time frame again. A lot of these pairs are correlates of each other, and so on the 4-hour we can see we established resistance back in October 17th, and we can see a lot of wicks, a lot of rejection, and the next time pound dollar came up, it had no attempts to go any higher. Kind of even created a double top on a smaller time frame. And if you look at our entry, try to zoom in here, our entry was entered live, very little drawdown, and a quick, let's see how much pips are here, a quick 100 pips just off the pound. So pretty easy money on a Monday. We had 2 winners, and then we had 2 winners on Tuesday, and this was all analyzed on Monday. So a very clean trade. It took its time, made retraces as it went down. We can see our final take profit was hit, and there's a potential to go lower, and we did discuss that idea. So after we're done all past trades, we'll go over some future trades for next week, and one of them is shorting pound dollar. Going to USD yen, we had a potential long, and again, very similar entry, very little drawdown, just trading with the trend. This was the exact candle that we entered on, and again, no drawdown. We got in the perfect time, and we got a quick 60 pips for USD yen. It did go higher, but we're not too concerned about that. If you notice, after final take profit was hit, the pair did retrace pretty deep, so it was a good thing that we got out here and we secured those profits. So on a Monday morning, we had around 200 to 220 pips, and it's great. A great way to start the week. The analysis was pretty simple. I'll try to make it pretty quick because we do have a lot to cover today. But it's just, let me try to pan out. USD yen has been in a ascending channel, right? And we had our last touch off the top trend line on the 30th of October. We made a deep push, but USD yen was able to get enough strength to kind of push back up, and this level right here, depicted by this horizontal ray, 108.215, is kind of a support on the hourly time frame, and we kind of pushed back above, and we knew if we get that closure above, the next place we're going is the top of this trend line for the ascending channel. And if I extend it over, I'm trying to extend this channel over, let's move this. If I extend it over, you can kind of see we actually did go to that top of that channel. So going back to the hourly, the entry was pretty nice, and these were all trades that was analyzed on Monday's free session. So a quick 50 to 60 pips there. It did end up going higher, but we're glad we caught this move right here. On the flip side, since USD yen and gold are inverses, since we longed USD yen, we shorted gold, and this was a blockbuster trade, also analyzed on Monday's session. So this is a free session that we did on Monday, and we also hold on Friday. On Monday's session, we shorted gold, and we got around 200 pips. Very clean move on the 4-hour time frame. Very similar setup as the ones we're taking. We like to trade price action and ranges, and if we kind of pan out, you can kind of see USD gold is stuck in a trading range. And since I'm tired of drawing all the arrows, let me show you with a rectangle box. This is the trading range we were targeting. You can see whenever gold goes up to 1514, a nice resistance, it usually goes down. Okay, you can see that in multiple instances. So all we did was, when we came up here, we were waiting for signs of confirmation that instead of that we're going lower instead of going higher. And so those signs of confirmation were explained in the live, and it was basically a closure below this previous level, 1509. If we got a closure below, which we did, we were going to enter short, and it's clean snap down, 200 pips like that. We entered 50% of our usual position because it's gold, and so that's 100 pips right there. Currently up 320 for the week. So another amazing session that was explained and played out perfectly. And then in yesterday's session, when we did come down here, I did say that there's a possibility to short gold again, and the criteria is we need to break the second line of support, 1479. If I kind of pan out, you can see we have some support created at this level, and so if we get a closure below, we're going lower to 1465, and we went there exactly. So that's another 140 pips, and if you do 50% position, that's 70 pips right there. Clean moves. We're not using any indicators. It's very easy to track price on your phone, on your tablet, with this price action trading style, and you can see how clean of a move that was. So a pretty great week so far. We did have a loss, so in these profit recaps we want to be transparent, and we will go over our losses. This week we only had one loss, and that was Aussie CHF, and this was actually, the technical analysis was pretty solid. We're trading off the daily time frame, created some nice resistance here. We can see for the past few days we had a lot of rejections. We even printed a evening star candle, shooting star candle, suggesting we're going lower. When we entered that trade, we had the RBA rate statement come in later in the evening, and that rate statement, they decided to keep rates the same for the Aussie dollar, and that kind of fueled some bullish momentum, and we got stopped out at 40 pips. So 40 pips isn't going to break the bank, but we do like to talk about the losses, and since then it hasn't really moved much, but I think we're done with this pair. Moving on to another winner, and this week was pretty plentiful with winners. Pound yen, another solid setup that we looked at in our trading room on, I believe, Tuesday. So we took a short on pound yen. And let me try to make this better to see. Zoom this in. So we can see pound yen has created resistance at 14700, right? You can see from here it falls down to here. From here it falls down to here. From here we wanted to get at least this move, right? We know there's a possibility of going lower, but as long as we secured this move, that's enough profits, right? And so what we did was we waited for pound yen to show any signs of a reversal. And so at resistance, it printed an inverted hammer and then another hammer. And so I was just waiting for confirm to go lower, and what we had was one more hammer, and this is the part where we entered, and we had a nice clean move all the way down to 139,900, and that's around 70 to 80 pips depending on where you got the entry. Very clean move. So I think I've lost track. I think we're at like 390 for the week, 380 even. And we have one more trade that we're holding, and that's still in profit, and that is NZDCAD. So let's take a look at NZDCAD. So NZDCAD was another solid setup we took, and it's based on the daily time frame. And if I pan this out, you can see on the daily time frame how clean of a setup this is. This blue rectangle region is representing a resistance region for the pair. If you guys want to jot this down on your charts, go ahead. I'll give you guys a second to do that. Right, so we were just basically trading this resistance.
Charged twice for your tacos last two.
My fault. We were basically trading this resistance region to this support region. We can see it with the arrows, right? And this is what we're expecting for NZDCAD. And you know, we started our way down there. We went as far as 0.83514. Our entry was around 0.83990. So around 40 pips. We definitely our partial got stopped out, I think at 35 pips. But we can definitely enter next week, and I think this setup is still valid. So if you're looking for any trades for Saturday or Sunday to look at the charts, definitely a great pair. And I lied, we have one more trade that actually went our way. I just checked my MetaTrader, USDCAD longs. So nope, that's not the idea. USDCAD long. So this idea was also given on Tuesday. You can see how clean of a setup this is. In some profit right now. Let's go over it in depth real quick. And so on Tuesday's session, I believe I told you guys, wait for a bullish closure. Let me actually go to 4 hourly. Wait for a bullish closure above hourly resistance. And we can see, you know, we did have a closure above, but it was a spinning top inverted hammer. So that's not a bullish closure. If we look as recent as today, this is a bullish closure. And what we mean by that is a very little wick to the top. Just a nice fat bullish candle, and you can see since that we've had around a 35 pip move to the upside. So I do expect USD/CAD to go higher. Our first target officially is 132,700, and we're gonna end off at high as 1.33400. So pretty solid setups we took this week, especially coming off NFP week where things are chaotic on the market. We definitely were able to read and cancel all the noise using price action. So pretty great week. I think we netted around 400 pips, and we like to average around 300 pips per week. I think it's a good number to increase your balance, but also not to be overexposed in the markets. And so now's the time I'm going to give everyone a chance to ask for any pairs they want me to look at before I look at some of the pairs we're already in. And that'll be a good point to finish off the session. So if you haven't signed up for our portal and you want to chat with me in our free sessions, please do so. Put the window that opens doesn't open as a window. Let me just handle this one real quick, please. If the live is pausing or you don't see the live when you press play, just refresh the page. Okay, so cool. Yeah, so let's look at some trades for next week. This is one we're holding still. Another one is EURUSD short, which we talked about. And we have a final target of 1.09600. We're about, I'd say, 60 pips away. Could be closer by the end of the market closure. But that's the target we're targeting for next week. We might close by the end of the day, just in case anything happens over the weekend. We're not too exposed to that. But if you are a free member of the live session, happy Friday to you too. Yeah, if you're a free member, you can definitely enter now. That's our target. Our stop is at 110.934. So pretty tight stop, and we have ways to go for our final take profit. And an NZDCAD we talked about we're holding. Another trade that we looked at this week was Bitcoin. So we do look at some crypto from time to time, and we had this short idea for Bitcoin. It's starting to play out. Yeah, so this was what we talked about, I believe, on, I want to say, Wednesday's session. Bitcoin, we have an overall target of 7,500. And this was basically because when we had the initial push, Bitcoin kind of created support at 8,900. And our criteria to enter short was pretty simple. Just get that closure below 8,900, and which we did. And it's a pretty bearish closure. Let's see if sellers can push down lower. And 7,500 is the final target for Bitcoin. And if you do trade crypto or holding any, you might want to watch out for this. Just checking back on the portal. Let me actually show you guys what I mean. If the stream ever pauses, just refresh the page and click NYC live session. And while that loads, gold is also a setup we are in that has finally hit the final take profit and could go lower. We wait for Sunday. Maybe Sunday's open to see if we get a closure back below 1464, because we kind of rebounded from there, just to confirm we're going lower, and that'd be great. So once you refresh the page, just click the play button and you will see my live, like so. So that's how you get it running for those that are wondering. And we have a beautiful chat here. So I think that's a good point to end the session. It was a pretty solid week, and if you're looking to get in on these sessions, you have two options. Come again for our free session on Monday. Just sign up for our trading room at forexlens.com/forex-trading-room and sign up for a free membership. If you're looking to get all of our sessions, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and all of our signals, it's very simple. Sign up here, and I'll give you a 25% off coupon code right now, and you will get 25% off your first month. So two options. Hopefully you take advantage of either or and make use of the trading room. So 25, capital O, capital F, capital F. So I'm RP Forex. I'm the one that runs the live sessions, and I'll see you guys again on Monday for another free live session. Have a great weekend, guys, and peace.